Y'all, Tia Kemp just went on Instagram Live and spilled all the beans about Rick Ross. We're talking Hitman, secret gay relationships, and bodies dropping left to right. Child, this ain't your regular baby mama drama. This is some real life crime show stuff. Tia Kemp is Rick Ross's baby mama, and let me tell you, these two hate each other more than words can say. They're each other's biggest ops and have been going at it for years, but this time, Tia came with receipts that might just change the game. Listen, if what Tia's saying is true, Rick Ross could be in some serious trouble. We're not just talking about his music career here, we're talking about real legal issues. And y'all know how the internet is. Once this tea starts spreading, it's gonna be hard for Rick to shake it off. Girl, hold on to your wig, cause this drama is far from over. Child, you thought you knew drama? Tia's Instagram Live was like a real life crime show, and Rick Ross is the star suspect. But here's the real question. Why is Tia only spilling the beans now? And what's she still keeping under wraps? Okay, let me break it down for y'all. Tia Kemp went on Instagram Live and she was not playing around. She came with receipts, allegations, and enough tea to fill the Atlantic Ocean. And trust me, this ain't your regular baby mama drama. We're talking about some serious, potentially life-threatening stuff here. First off, Tia claims that Rick Ross tried to put a hit on her. Yeah, you heard that right. She's saying he hired Hitman to take her out. But here's where it gets wild. Apparently, these hitmen had a change of heart. Instead of carrying out the hit, they allegedly warned Tia about Rick's plan. Can you believe that? The very people who were supposed to unalive her ended up saving her life. That's a movie level plot twist right there.
So we finna clock this tea right here. Renee says you want to stay keeping up shit. We finna talk about some real tea. Your brother over there paying people to put hits out. He over there paying people to put hits out. And running off with his money and it's getting back to me. So now I'm finna send the feds over there to y'all empire. See, you had the right. You keep playing with me, I'm finna tear y'all empire down.
But wait, it gets even crazier. Tia didn't stop at the hitman allegations. She went on to accuse Rick of allegedly being involved in unaliving people. Y'all, she's not just talking about rap lyrics here. She specifically mentioned an incident at a property known as the Black House where she claims Rick was involved in an unaliving. And she didn't stop there. She also claimed that Rick Ross was allegedly right beside Diddy, clapping cheeks at the party.
You know what I like. Coconut. Whole one. Drill a hole in it and put a cane straw in it for me. I'm mad right now. Ain't hit me and my baby prom in 2 weeks. I'm finna go and let out. Turn that down, man. Turn it down. It's quiet right now. What you quiet for? Nobody want to see your Louis outfits and sneakers. Nobody want to see it. Nobody don't care to see the Jets no more. You running out of now. Go over there and get Diddy a hug. Go ride the bike with him, you fat. You know what time it is. Prom time. You ain't sent the motherfucking message since December 9th, you big bag. But I'm not finna play with you. I'm not.
Now, I know what y'all thinking. Why is Tia coming out with all this now? Well, apparently this Instagram Live was her reaction to some ongoing family disputes with Rick. These two have been going at it for years. But this time, Tia decided to take it nuclear. She's not just throwing shade, she's throwing the whole tree. But here's the thing, Tia's not done yet. She said she's got more secrets about Rick that she's gonna reveal, but only after she gets protection from the authorities. When someone says they need protection before they can spill more tea, you know it's serious. What else could she have possibly have on Rick that's worse than what she's already said? Y'all, this whole situation is a hot mess. We've got allegations of hitmen turning into guardian angels and a black house that sounds like something straight out of a horror movie. Now, we all thought this drama was just between Rick and Tia, but there's a whole other layer to this onion. What's the deal with Rick Ross and Diddy? And why is Tia saying they got a freak-off relationship? Y'all, Tia Kemp ain't just coming for Rick Ross, she's dragging Diddy into the mess too, and it's getting real spicy. Tia's out here claiming that Rick and Diddy have some kind of secret freak-off relationship going on.
You big mouth. Will, I want you to talk. Don't be scared now. No Diddy, huh? You scared now, huh? I know y'all on them tapes. Freaky. I know you is. 10 churn have. It's time to show them churns now. I ain't gonna let off here
Okay, let's break this down. Tia's saying that Rick and Diddy are more than just music industry buddies. She's hinting at some kind of scandalous connection between these two big-time rappers. And listen, with all the crazy stuff going down in the hip-hop world lately, this tea is a scalding hot. But wait, it gets even wilder. Tia's not just talking about some vague relationship, she's saying Diddy's got the receipts. According to her, Diddy's sitting on some incriminating tapes of Rick Ross from their parties. Child, can you imagine what could be on those tapes? If what Tia's saying is true, then it looks like Rick is about to get swept up in Diddy's hot mess. Now you might be thinking, why should we believe Tia? Well, here's where it gets interesting. All this tea is spilling right after Diddy got picked up by the feds. You heard that right. The feds came knocking on Diddy's door, and suddenly Tia is bold enough to spill all his tea about Rick and Diddy's secret relationship. That's not just a coincidence, folks. Let's talk about timing for a second. Tia's been accusing Rick of being part of Diddy's freak-off lifestyle for a while now. But with all these investigations going on around Diddy, her claims are starting to look a whole lot more serious. It's like all the pieces of his messy puzzle are starting to fit together. And y'all, this ain't just about Rick and Diddy. This whole situation is shining a light on some bigger issues in the hip-hop community. We're talking about power dynamics and all sorts of scandals that have been bubbling under the surface for years. It's like Tia's accusations are just the tip of a very big, very messy iceberg. Now, I gotta remind y'all that we don't know for sure if any of this is true. Rick Ross hasn't said a word about these accusations yet, and Diddy's been very busy dealing with his own legal troubles. But one thing's for sure, this drama is far from over. So what does all this mean for Rick Ross and Diddy? Well, if Tia's telling the truth and those tapes really exist, it could spell big trouble for both of them. We're not just talking about a hit to their reputations here. Depending on what's on those tapes, there could be some serious legal consequences. Okay, so we've heard Tia's side of the story, but what's everyone else saying? The internet is buzzing, and some folks are bringing receipts that might just change everything you thought you knew about this scandal. Y'all, this drama between Tia and Rick Ross has got social media on fire. Everyone's picking sides, and let me tell you, it's messier than a food fight at a kindergarten. Some people are standing by Tia, saying she's finally speaking her truth, but then you got others who think Tia's just bitter and trying to stir up trouble, which isn't hard to believe because Tia has a long history of going after Rick Ross on social media. But that's not all, because fans are now speculating that Rick could have allegedly SA'd women, with fans bringing up some of his creepy lyrics, which sound really bad. His old lyrics are coming back to haunt him like a bad ghost. Y'all remember the song Magnificent? Well, in it, Rick raps about seeing Diddy do some not so magnificent things with female artists. And then there's You and I, where he's talking about slipping things in women's champagne. These lyrics ain't just songs anymore, they're starting to sound like confessions. And just when you thought this tea couldn't get any hotter, an old video from 2018 has resurfaced. It's an interrogation video, and let me tell you, there's a lot to unpack here. This guy in the video is calling himself one of Diddy's freak of slaves, and he's dropping names left and right. He's talking about Rick Ross, Diddy, and a bunch of other high-profile artists. And get this, he says he caught STDs from hanging out with Diddy and Rick. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up.
Combs.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay.
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I seen the liquor go drank it myself, having Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. All right, he calls it Gigi. That's liquor.
All right.
I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy. I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy.
Y'all, the timing of this is just so spicy. With Tia's accusations, Rick's lyrics, and now this video, it's like we're putting together a puzzle we didn't even know existed. We've got Tia dropping bombs about Rick Ross hiring hitmen, secret gay relationships with Diddy, and bodies dropping everywhere. It's like a real-life crime show, and the tea is scalding hot. Now, what's next for Rick Ross? His career could be in serious trouble if any of this turns out to be true, and Tia better watch her back. She's usually bold enough to spill her tea without being bothered, but now that she's saying she needs protection from the feds, she probably needs to be careful. The big question is, will the law get involved? If Tia's telling the truth, Rick Ross could be facing some serious charges. And what about those tapes Diddy supposedly has? Child, this could get real messy real quick. Fans commented, always forget you know where the body's at when they fall out with you. How you put a hit on your child's mom? I 1000% believe her. I'm glad she's being vocal to keep herself safe. And yeah, she might get on here and do a lot and talk a lot of stuff about him, but maybe y'all don't hear what she said. I paid someone to unalive her. Instead, they took his money and got the information to her. I don't even care for Tia, but paying someone to unalive your child's mother, but wouldn't even pay her child support is out of pocket. But I want to know what y'all think about this. Is Tia telling the truth or is she just stirring up drama? This story ain't over yet, so stay tuned.